In this GoPro tips and tricks video, we're going to be making a DIY zip tie, cable tie mount for our GoPro camera. What this will allow us to do is mount our camera anywhere we want using simple zip ties or cable ties. This means that mounting and unmounting your camera is really quick and easy and cheap. You don't have to waste time replacing adhesive every time you mount your camera. Cable ties can be had for very, very cheap. And it allows for just a huge variety of different mounting options and quick changes between different mounting positions. To build this mount, we're going to need a flat adhesive mount, some zip ties, a very sharp X-Acto knife, and then a piece of plastic to back the adhesive mount. So what we're going to have when we're finished is little gaps on the edge of our mount where our zip ties can go through, and we need a backing material that the mount can get stuck onto. In my case, I'm using an old Access card, but if you have any kind of old cards or just cut a piece of plastic out of a tub or something like that, that would all work. You just need a little piece of plastic that's not too brittle to act as a backing material for your mount. Our first step is going to be to cut our backing material to the same size as our mount. So we're going to put our mount down on top of it here. Then we're going to get a pen and trace around it. With that traced out, we now have to cut out the backing material, so we can do that either using a X-Acto knife or a pair of scissors. Then we can check, make sure we've got a good fit and it's covering up all of the backing, and then also trim off any areas where there's a little bit of excess sticking out. With that completed, our next step is to cut out the actual troughs that the zip ties will use to travel between the base plate and the backing material. So we're going to cut two different ones. One's going to be for a zip tie going this way, and the other is going to be for a zip tie going this way. Again, I'm going to mark these first with pen and then cut them out. Make sure that when you do this, you're using the widest zip tie that you want to be able to use with your mount, because this will be as wide as the trough will be, so you won't be able to fit a wider zip tie than this down. Now we're going to get out our X-Acto knife. At this point, it really helps to make sure this is sharp. If this is dull, you're going to have a hell of a time trying to cut through the adhesive backing. So a really sharp X-Acto knife will help you out a lot here. What we're going to do is just cut through this double-sided backing. We're cutting through on our lines, and then we're going to peel up the parts where we want our trough to be. Now begins the most difficult part of the mount, peeling the backing off of the base plate. With this done, we can now see that what we have left is 4 pieces of adhesive with the T cut out in between them. We're now going to go ahead, we can peel the backing off the adhesive and push our backing material into place. With that done, our mount is complete. We can see that we have gaps for our zip ties to pass through on the front and back of the mount and the sides of the mount. To insert the zip tie, we just slide it through the cutout. It comes out the other side just like that. We can also do the same thing from the front to the back. This creates a super versatile GoPro mount that can be used in all kinds of different situations. It can be used to mount to very large roll bar shaped objects because you can put 2 zip ties together very, very easily, and best of all, zip ties are super cheap and easy to remove and reinstall. You can get these things fairly tight so vibration won't be a huge issue, but if you want to make the mount even a little bit more secure, placing some kind of backing material on the back of our backing piece here could help you out a lot. If you put something like non-skid or a piece of inner tube from a bike, you glued that on there, that could really make this mount just even a little bit better. This was another DIY GoPro tips and tricks video. If you guys have enjoyed it, please make sure you check out my channel for tons more videos and like the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I do read all of the comments that are posted down there, and I respond to as many of them as I can. Until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching.